Hello, my cherry honey drops, honey, and welcome back to my second podcast ever on my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the last episode of Lost Friends. Today is episode 2 of Lost Friends. This is a series where I talk about friends that I've lost for certain reasons, and I'll just tell my story. So today is about these two kids that went to my school. Obviously, I don't want to disclose their names or any personal information about them. So I'm just going to do the initials of their name. So we're going to call them T and we're going to call them E. So T and E were kind of the weird kids in school, but not really. They kind of just were like reserved to themselves, didn't really talk to anyone like that, and they were like best friends with each other. And me, I didn't have any friends, like at all. So I was always just in school, and I was just there, And I was like, oh, I don't have any friends anyway, might as well go try to talk to them. So I walked up to them one day, and I was like, oh, hi. Because they were the new kids at the time. And I was like, oh, hi, what's your name? And then he told me, right? I was like, oh, okay, cool. You sound cool. So then eventually we slowly became friends. And every single day, we sat at the lunch table together. And I know he would always give me his PB&Js whenever he had them. Because I don't know what was wrong with me, but anytime I was at the lunch table, with anybody, even if I didn't like you. Because our schools gave us those little mini circle PB&Js, the Uncrustables. And they would always give them to us, but nobody would ever eat them for some reason. And I don't know why, because they were actually normal, good sandwiches. But nobody would ever eat them. So I'd be like, oh, guys, we're not going to eat your PB&Js, just give them to me. And then everybody would actually give them to me. Even if they didn't like me, they would just give it to me. Just cause. And I was like, okay. And, I know the most amount of PB&Js that I've gotten on one day was, 4. And I ate them all, and I'm not even joking. I could be, a PB&J, a national eater or something. But he would always give me his PB&Js. Rather, it was the Uncrustables from the cafeteria, or it was just homemade PB&Js that his mom made or something. Because I don't know if he even liked them or not, because he would just always give them to me, but I don't know if he actually liked them, because most of the time it would be a PB&J and then a bunch of sides, and he would have 50 sides, so he would just give it to me. I don't know if he actually liked it or not, but he would always give me his PB&Js, and we always sat next to each other. I'm pretty sure we sat next to each other in class at one point whenever we were rearranging our seats. But you could say that we are pretty good friends, right? And I don't know what was wrong with me, because I said, I had no friends, and I wasn't popular, but I wasn't unpopular. Everybody knew me, but nobody was just really my friend. I was just there. And I had no reputation to keep up, at all. I didn't even, I don't have any friends. And so one day, I was like, okay, you know what? I don't want to be friends with him anymore. And like I said, I had no reputation to keep up, at all. And I think I just did it, and I regret it a lot. If I meet him again, I hope we can be friends again. And I don't know, why, but I just did. And I wrote him a letter one day, because this is a thing that happens with all of our friends. In the last episode, I wrote letters to S and M too. But, I wrote a letter, and T is out of this, because T is just, E's best friend. And they hung out with all the weird kids too. All the weird kids would be, their friends too. So all of them are, a little friend group. And my thing is, because, I feel because there was, a weird girl, right? And, nobody ever talked to her. And I'm pretty sure I've heard some of the kids make fun of her. But, all the weird boys, all the boys just love all the weird boys. And it's wow. Because, nobody ever likes the weird girls, but if it's a weird boy, then all the boys just, love them so much. And I don't know why. But the weird kids were always, hanging out together, right? And they were a part of the friend group. And I was hanging out with them, and then I was like, you know what? I didn't want to be friends with them randomly one day for no good reason at all whatsoever. But, I did it. So I wrote a letter to him on a little, Post-it card or something, and he had his car rider. So I was walking down the hallway whenever a car rider got called, and I slipped the note to him. I think it was either I gave it to him before or I like slipped a note to him while he was walking down the hallway. But I gave him a note, and in the note I was like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, and I don't want to be associated with you. And once again, don't know why I did that, but I did. And I gave it to him, and oh yeah, okay, I gave it to him before a car rider. And whenever we were walking down the hallway, I walked down the hallway even though I was a car rider, and I was going to the bathroom because the bathroom is the same route that you go down because the car rider was in the cafeteria. So I would walk down the hallway, and then as I was walking down the, ooh, sorry, I dropped you guys, sorry. And like as I was walking down the hallway, I called, he talked to me, and he was like, sorry, I couldn't read what you said in the note. But like he said it super quick and like just ran past me. I was gonna like grab his shoulder and be like, "What did you say?" Because I had like no idea what he said at all. It took me like a good minute to like put all the words together in my head to like figure out what he said. Because he said it like very fast and then just ran away. I was like, "What?" And then the next day, I walked up to him because obviously the letter wasn't working, and he wasn't like S&M, so he wasn't just gonna run away if I tried to talk to him normally. So I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Don't know why I did that very dumb decision, but I did." And he was like, "Oh, well, why don't you want to be my friend anymore?" I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be associated with you." Once again, don't know why, but I did. And he was like, "Okay." And then after that, we never really talked again, and I never really talked to T either. Because I was good friends with T too, and he was like always drawing. He drew his own like little robot characters. I'm not sure if he made them himself or not, but he did it. So he would always do that, and I don't know, he's pretty cool dude. And I just stopped being friends with him altogether for like no good reason. And that's what happened with that. And let me tell you something real quick. I have something else on my Google slide that took like a lot quicker to explain than what I like actually was gonna do. But I have something else on my Google slide, and it is also a part of the friendship series. So I'm gonna go look at that real quick. I'm literally doing it right now as I speak. But 1 second. Okay, I found it. So this was like he was like my best friend like ever in the whole entire world at my school, and I'm pretty sure he had ADHD, and the teacher never liked it whenever I hung out with him because like we were those best friends. Like if we got like within a 5 mile radius of each other, we would start talking like nonstop. And I know me and him because I always went to those like extra classes. We're gonna call him B, by the way. I always went to those extra classes. Like, those classes where, like, a random teacher would, like, pull you out, like, during the end of class, and, like, they would, like, take you. I had that for math, and I had that for reading, too. And he was in reading, too, and math. So we would always get pulled out of the class together, which is the best thing ever to happen to, like, best friends. Just leave you in the middle of class and be able to leave. Because the teachers were so nice, so I'm pretty sure they would just let us talk for like the last 2 minutes of class too, and they would let us play games too. So like that was absolutely amazing. But we both went to like the extra things for your like math grade and reading grade because obviously neither of us were good at math or reading. You can still say that about me today, but we still went, and we would always do it together. And they were like the extra teachers, and we would get pulled out together. And I don't know like why he did this like at all. But it was randomly one day, and there was this one kid that went to my class, and he would always joke around about this, and it was not funny at all to me whatsoever. He'd be like, "Oh, we moved away," and I'd be like, "Wait, what? He did?" Because he would never tell me anything, and he'd be like, "Oh my god, it's just a joke. Chill out." I'm like, "Okay, first of all, not funny at all. Don't do that." And he would do like every single day, and then one day it was actually true, and I was like, "Wait, what? No." Because he would always wear, he would always wear these cowboy boots to school. I swear I never seen him wear anything else but these cowboy boots. And he always had, like, a blue sweater on, too. And, like, he just left one day. And then, like, the teacher had to tell me, she was like, "Oh, yeah, B moved away." And I was like, "He moved?" Because, like, he didn't tell me anything. And he was, like, my best friend. We talked every single day and hung out every single day. So I've like assumed he would have told me something if he did move away, but he just didn't. And I was like, "What?" and I guess he did, and he had never came out to the school, and it was like during the end of the school year too, whenever all the S&M drama was happening. So I was about to move away too, so he moved, and then I was about to move. So I'm pretty sure we're just never gonna see each other again. And like I was like, you could have at least given me your phone number or something, or like your mom's phone number or something. But I never talked to him at all after that, and he just left. And I was like, okay, like I was just confused, like what? And then his like we were always in the same class, B and me. We were always in the same class, like from I'm pretty sure like second grade all the way up to fifth. We were always in the same class, and like we literally never got apart. And I don't know why, because the teachers hated us because we'd always be talking, but somehow we always got put in the same class. So sorry to those teachers that didn't like us. Actually, never mind. Not sorry to those teachers that never liked us. I think you guys just are losers. I'm just kidding. Sorry, my teachers, if you see this. But yeah, he was just my best friend. He just left one day. I'm still kind of confused about it today because like I really thought he would have just told me. If I meet him again, I hope we can like rekindle our friendship because he was like my best friend, and obviously I didn't want to stop being friends with him because I feel like his personality. I feel like he wouldn't do that unless he had to. Like I feel like he just didn't get a chance to say goodbye. He probably wanted to, but yeah, that's what happened. This is Friendship Stories episode 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Go subscribe to my Pinterest at Beautiful Stranger with a black and white heart. I love you guys so much. Have a good day, night, afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.